Good evening and welcome to the Village of North Hudson Public Works Committee meeting of Wednesday, February 19, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. Item number 1 is call to order roll call. Barb Olson.
Here.
Dusty Keller.
Here.
Brian Pike. Here. All right. Item 2, approve the minutes of January 21, 2025 Public Works meeting.
Move to approve.
I will second it.
Barb, motion to approve.
Sorry. I keep forgetting about that.
Oh, yeah, Dusty seconds.
Seconded.
Yeah.
Third person yourself.
Any additions or corrections to those minutes? They look good.
No, they're good.
That looked good.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approved. Item 3, comments from the floor, and no one is here tonight. Item 4, review the CIP plan, discussion, possible recommendation. So I had asked Kevin to update this, if you remember. Well, yeah, at least Dusty will. From our-
No,
I
remember.
read all the minutes. I did look back. Sorry.
Okay. And so we were trying to get our dates were off. You know, this is kind of a living document. We need to review it, and we may change it again here after tonight's meeting. But so that's the updated one, correct?
Yeah, a lot of stuff is going to fall off of this. It's still on there. Browns Beach is 95% done. We just got to put up a railing. 5th Street is all done. We're just finishing out the, I think we already did the pay app and everything is all done.
that's all
So that one's coming off the list.
So do we got anything on the restoration part of Fifth Street, or was that the Excel side of the?
That was the
project?
Excel side.
Okay.
And then Monroe Street, that's at the state and Kevin's office for design, and that grant has been accepted by the state. Galahad Road, no changes. Riverside. The only one on there would be North End Road. We do have state monies coming for that. We are allowed to do a one-time substitution. With some of the changes going on in the village, I think 3rd Street North would be the best one to use that money on, because that's the poorest driving surface, and that's what the village, my advice would be that the village focuses more on stormwater and storm sewer and the driving surface of the road for money that we seek for the state, because of with the consolidation, the streets that have a good driving surface but need new underground utilities would no longer be our responsibility. So I don't want to put a bunch of time and effort into North End Road, getting that designed and everything done for that, if they don't want to work on that project with us. So if we subbed out 3rd Avenue, that the utilities are in good shape, and the road needs to be replaced completely.
You guys familiar with 3rd Street, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So, any questions for Kevin or Matt on the CIP? So would we just, on our sheet then, change North End Road to 3rd Street?
Correct.
Okay, so Kevin, could you
Yep.
make that adjustment?
And then the next one is where you guys would make your motion to do the one-time exchange from North End Road to 3rd Street North. If
Okay,
you wanted to.
all right. Any other questions about the CIP? And I think, you know, Matt's pointing out that if the consolidation happens, some of these things, we would be maybe looking more at, well, we'd be working with Hudson.
Right.
Okay. I don't think we have any recommendation to move forward on the CIP plan, at least at this point. When we get the final, we'll bring it back one more time next meeting maybe and say we're voting this in.
Yep.
And the reason I like to do that is I like to pass it up to the board so they know this is what we're looking at. No surprises for them down the road. All right, that takes us item number 5, North End Road North project. And we just heard from Matt about what he's thinking there. So I guess I would need a recommendation to switch North End Road North to 3rd Street North.
I will make a recommendation to move North End Road project to swap that with 3rd Street. Isn't that what we're doing?
3rd Street North.
3rd Street North.
So Barb's pushing to move. Dusty will second.
Sorry. I gotta get used to that.
Okay, yeah. All right, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Item 6 is a chair update. I don't have, let's see, this is February. All I can say, folks, is we got 40s coming next week.
Right?
Very true.
All right, item 7, engineer report. Kevin, anything for us?
The only thing is Matt and myself and DOT had that scoping meeting for the Monroe Street North project last week. And then, from here, we're going to be working on they call it a 3-party agreement. So that'll be something with the village, the DOT, and Cedar. So it'll be like an official contract that has to be in place before we can actually start any design work. So, and that's probably going to be March or April before that'll actually be executed, but that's kind of where that one sits at now.
So a reminder for us, because I sometimes forget on a DOT project, they're the ones that actually, besides the design work, which we've already approved, Cedar to take on, the DOT is the one that actually does the letting out of the bids for
Yep.
the actual construction side of the project. And a reminder that, I think, is it an 80-20, this one?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, STP.
DOT. So it's a big project. Matt, in our last meeting, we wanted to encourage you to, if you're still here, assuming in 2027, when this project actually goes underway, we're concerned about that curb in front of the school. Wondering if possibly you could reach out to whoever becomes the cement person, that maybe we could knock out that curb at the same time. Maybe we, in that budget for 2027, when we get there, maybe we try and set aside some money to handle that portion.
I do have figures on what that'll cost too, not offhand, but when the sidewalk company come through to do all of our panel repair, they did give me a bid on that.
Oh, good.
I want to say it was somewhere around 92, but don't quote me on that. It was roughly around there.
Okay.
To touch on Kevin's, we did, Cedar Cord is aware, as well as the state, that we'd like to have the project started and concluded in the summer break of school. And then as far as which side the sidewalk's going to go on, that's kind of still, sounds like that's more the state. The state kind of has some heavy influence in that.
They'll have some input into it.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought our intent was to put it on the school side.
That's what the
That's what
intent
we'd
is,
like.
but if it's going to be extremely costly, I think they're going to, but it doesn't sound like there'll be any issues with it.
Okay.
Because we would like the sidewalks to connect from.
That's what I
Hammond
was,
to-
yeah. that's
Yep,
Makes most sense.
Yeah,
correct.
And you would think cost-wise, they would probably go that direction anyway, connecting of them.
I would think so, yeah.
And they take our input, your input?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, definitely.
Okay. Any questions for Kevin? Anything else from you?
Oh, that's it.
We are not keeping you busy enough, are we? Let me think.
I'm good with it.
All right. Thank you, Kevin.
you
that-
bet.
That takes us to item 8, director report and project updates. Matt, good to have you back.
Yeah, good to be back. As far as Browns Beach is wrapped up, they're going to do the railing in the spring. Due to the concrete had to cure, so we ran out of good weather to get that up. That's wrapped up. Snow plowing's been going great. The residents have been more than helpful with moving vehicles and keeping the cans out and moving their
Basketball hoops.
basketball hoops and whatnot. We did let some people know.
Good.
It's been going real good. Haven't gotten many complaints, so that's going well. Other than that, kind of just the same stuff and dealing with the cold.
Do we have, we would like to get kind of a, I guess, a ballpark schedule on capital spending from you, whatever you have been assigned for capital projects this year. Do you have anything in mind about when you're gonna spend any, or did we already spend it? I mean, I don't even know.
Well, most of it's just waiting for spring.
There was the truck, that was one. and
Yeah,
you
that'll
got
be
that.
March 30th when that arrives.
Okay,
And then as far as like the sidewalks and all the other capital expenses. Those will be right away in spring. I know that the sidewalk company plans to start the week after school's out.
Okay.
We're pretty high on their priority list.
you
Some
have any
parks
other-
work, that'll get wrapped up in the spring, and that's,
Okay. Do you have any other capital expenditures related to equipment? I mean, kind of like the truck is an equipment kind of thing, but we weren't buying anything else that I can remember.
nope, nothing really. We kind of we're in pretty good shape for a while there on equipment.
Okay.
We are currently working on digitizing all of our maps and as-built and everything, so we are taking them, scanning them one by one, and then uploading them onto the file so we can, or onto our hard drive, so now everything will be, we can send out emails and we have requests instead of having people have to come and take pictures of our maps, and we're getting, I guess, with the current times on technology, which is phenomenal and makes everybody's life a lot easier.
Did we pause on the GIS, or is this info going into the GIS? or-
No, this is just all of our historical maps for
Okay.
anything we've done since basically 1940s.
Are we going after the stuff down in River Falls? You know, we have a bunch of old documents. stored
Oh, the
down-
ones that were damaged in the flood and whatnot.
Well, I'm not sure if these were damaged. I was just told that we have, at the River Falls University, there's a archive, a storage archive, where we have a bunch of old documents.
Okay, no, we haven't started on that, just the ones that we have within the village.
Okay, well, you might want to keep that in mind. I'm not sure if we're paying for it. That would be a question for Nathan, I suppose.
Okay.
But yeah, if you guys get caught up on the stuff downstairs, maybe we could get rid of that archive too. That stuff will go back, at least, it'll start in the 70s and go back before the 70s.
Okay.
Is what I've been told before. So yeah, we might want to get all that. I don't know if there's as-built down there or not, but I mean, pre-70s. In 70, I think it was 78, we got our first lift station in here, 78, 79, the big Riverside. But other than that, I don't think we had a lot of infrastructure in place. So anyway, it might be good to get that stuff documented, or electronic as well, somewhere down the road. So where are we on the GIS, since I inadvertently brought that up?
We're not pursuing it.
We're hold?
Yep, Hudson will.
Yeah.
Hudson has most of it
Okay,
already
good.
done, and I believe they'll continue on with that effort.
Will you guys have access? And by you guys, I mean you.
Oh, yeah, anybody does public records, so
Okay.
we can get it, yep.
All right, good. Any other question? Are you done?
Yep.
Any other questions for Matt?
No.
No.
That takes us to item number 9, Public Works Capital Equipment, current and future budgeting. And as I mentioned, maybe you could bring through just a little blurb sheet on what we've
Yep.
got left for capital expenditures this year. And we really probably won't start looking at future capital budgeting until June, July probably timeframe, if I remember correctly. And we try and get everything in before October. So you guys might be thinking about any equipment needs that you might have for next year. Anything from you guys?
No.
That takes us to item 10, future agenda items. I can't think of anything. You guys? How often do we do the PACER ratings?
Every 2 years.
And when are they due next?
This is an off year, so next year.
I thought it was just
So you
on
guys
there.
just
did
did
it.
PACER ratings
Yep.
last year?
24, yep.
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 Did we see those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did, okay, good. All right, I can't think of any other future agenda items, y'all?
Nope.
All right, Matt, anything?
Nope.
Okay, that takes us to item number 11, and we are adjourned at 5:44 PM.
Nice work.